Hello and welcome to another Elden Ring stream. I took my sorcery build up to level 125. Actually, I think this is the best screen to look at stats and all that. Where do I have arrows equipped? Yeah, I took it up to 125. I'm still not 100% like sold, not really sold, but decided on the stats yet. Like, I think I still need to balance damage versus I guess tankiness. Because right now I only have 50 vigor, which to be fair, since I got rid of a sore seal, it's more effective HP than if I were at 60 vigor with one. So it's not like I'm too low on HP, but definitely squishy compared to a 60 vigor build without sore seal. And then I have 70 intelligence, which I can get up to 80 using one of the wondrous physic tiers. Other than that, I just have stats to use a a dark moon greatsword, which I'm getting used to, but it's definitely not like a good weapon per se. It does good damage, but its moveset isn't the best, so like I'm still fairly reliant on like the sorceries themselves. Which isn't a bad thing, because like it is primarily a sorcery build. And other than that, I'm using the Carian Regal Scepter, because I don't feel like the cast speed of this one is worth the damage loss. Actually, that's not much damage loss at all, realistically. But it does use 20% more FP. Like, if I wanted to use one of these special staves, I would need to get like 30 mind, probably. Because I like the feel of 25 mind with regular staff. And then I don't feel like the roughly 10% sorcery scaling boost is really worth 50% more FP cost for this one either. So that's why I'm using the Carian Regal. And other than that, I have a shield for parrying. Right now I have golden parry on because Carian Retaliation is super like bugged right now. And I don't really want to use like the one-shot people with an invisible projectile bug. That kind of defeats the purpose of like fighting people if they just drop dead randomly without seeing anything happen. So once that's fixed, I'll switch back to being able to spell parry, but for now I just have this one. And then I have this for crits and like dashing around to get away. I actually haven't tried an invasion yet. I can try quickly. Probably just go up here. Like, multiplayer was working for me earlier today. I'm not sure if... Actually, I did hear that PC was having issues. Like, just online in general, realistically, with like lots of disconnects and whatnot. Yeah, whatever, I don't care about the 200k runes. I'm not leveling up at this point. Yeah, I'll try a few invasions and then we'll do a few duels. Although I feel like generally I'll enjoy duels more. Yeah, it seems to be working fine. Yeah, I think I'll generally like invasions more. Just because right now... Can they even reach me here? Oh shit, I didn't even see the cannon boy. Also, that was really bad damage for both of it. Oh, I love that spell so much. That's fun. Why are you so aggressive, my guy? It's not gonna work. Yeah, like, if you haven't tried already, sometimes like restarting the game can help in Souls games, because like the multiplayer is always really buggy, unfortunately. Because it's like a weird like peer-to-peer system with actually let's go spend these runes quickly. Yeah, it's like a weird peer-to-peer system with server-based matchmaking. And I'm not sure if it's still the case, but it used to work on a node-based system to where you would be put into like a matchmaking pool with other people in the general area. So if none of those people are like doing multiplayer, you're never gonna like encounter people. But they may have changed that. That was more of like a Dark Souls 1 system. Let's just get this up. And there we go. Don't need those, but may as well buy them. But yeah, like sometimes restarting a game will just like refresh the matchmaking and it should work. But it's definitely been having a lot more disconnects in like the last like week or two, which hopefully they fix, but we'll see. Let's actually grab signs instead. I have a feeling I'm going to go back to invasions almost immediately though. Because right now dueling is kind of stale, I feel like. So I still need to mess around with talisman selection a bit more. Because I feel like for duels, I'm not going to really be able to charge much, so maybe start with that first. Hey! And then after I take like 200 damage or whatever, then I can heal up and all that. Ooh, blood flame. Interesting. Let's see how aggressive he wants to be. I need to be careful. He might have Carian Retaliation up and it's invisible. Okay, gotta watch out. I think it's already linked. But the annoying thing is you can never really tell. Oh, he wants to fight me my Terra Magica? There's 500 damage for you. Point blank charged R2 when I have the offensive advantage. Interesting. But yeah, that's exactly why I'm not using Carian Retaliation right now. It's really bugged. Because not only does it do like right now it's scaling with your shield AR, so if you put on like a medium shield that's magic infused on an int build, it's gonna like one-shot anybody. Like I think I've seen it do upwards of like 5k damage, which is clearly not correct, but hopefully they fix it. Because like it does, like the spell version of it does reasonable damage, but it's the spell version, it's not as good. Oh, did that summon fail? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, rip. And this is the other kind of annoying thing about hosting, is that you have to like time when you try and grab a sign with the... Actually, let me just put my sign down, it's easier. But yeah, if you don't time trying to grab signs with the refresh, they're all going to be taken already. Which is a little annoying, but is what it is. Okay, my sign didn't get placed. Let's reload the area. So hopefully they like add in proper arenas like Dark Souls 3, and I guess the other games had arenas too, but Dark Souls 3 was by far the most like refined. Sometime soonish. Hopefully like they can add it in before like DLCs proper, because there's like all these Colosseums already everywhere. Like that, those would be like the perfect spot to have a PvP arena. Just to like have proper like dual matchmaking, disable a health flask, but actually I'm not sure if they would have the physic flask enabled for that type of duel. Because people could like have heals and that type of thing on it technically. I do think having physics in general are like good for build variety. Double spear using? Ooh, a bit of latency there too. Oh god, that damage. Yep, I'll take it with that much latency. My damage in stagger didn't come until like a quarter second after a hit landed, which is always going to be difficult for like a Leo Ring spear user. But I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, let's do like a few more duels. And then I'll try out invasions and whatnot. Because I'm also considering making like a level 70 version of this build. Just to get more like organic invasions per se. Because I feel like, well, I haven't really tried 125 invasions yet, but it's probably going to be mostly like people like duoing or trioing just hosting, which I don't mind those invasions at all. But it can get, well, it really depends on the type of people you run into, because if it's all 3 people using like whatever currently is like the most like quote unquote broken meta and just spamming it over and over again, that can get kind of stale. But if it's like a variety of builds and whatnot, I don't mind invading gankers at all. But in general, like invading people playing through the game is going to be more interesting.
Hey!
Hey, cross Naginata, but a jump. Why would you do a random jump attack? That's not a good use of that. He really likes his jumping attacks, which is kind of odd. I hope they also fix that track. That's such an odd fight. Like, you can clearly tell the people who aren't very used to Souls PvP, because they do the most random stuff, and it's really interesting, like, because you'll end up taking a ton of really dumb damage because you're not expecting them to press those buttons, but they do. Yeah, like in general, like people not used to the Souls type of PvP, they'll be doing a lot of like unconfirmed hits that have no chance of actually landing. Like, you can tell people who played a lot of Dark Souls 3 because they'll do a double swing because used to be confirmed R1s. And then the people who are not used to Souls PvP will do the entire like light attack chain for some random reason. And not like do any spacing or, yeah, stuff like that. But then again, like, this game is much larger than previous Souls games, so there's going to be a lot of new people, and new people getting into PvP is always good for, like, the game itself. Makes it go
Hey!
survive longer and all that stuff. Another caster, interesting. Ooh, Bloodhound Step caster. You hate to see it. I hate... Like, I realize I have Bloodhound Step, sure. But, like, it's like 95... Wait, how did I do 75 damage, excuse me? I'm just gonna do this now. I would hope actually, this guy seems relatively new, so he wouldn't be doing menu stuff. Well, I need to get back in the habit of talismans swapping. Yep, I don't know what they should do with Bloodhound stuff, but it needs something. Because right now it has, like, it would still be really good if it just had, like, the spacing component to it, and not even, like, the extended iframes. It's like, you wouldn't be able to run down somebody if it just did, like, this much distance anyway. Like, it's faster than sprinting. But it also is, like, 98% iframes or something crazy like that. I don't use it too much. I don't really know why I have it on my dagger. I always forget to use it, because I tend to just, like, sit there and try and attack people anyway. So it's not too useful for me, but yeah. It is useful for getting out of, like, ganks and whatnot, I suppose. But then again, like, Quick Step is it's not as good, but it serves the same purpose. Like, give you extended iframes and movement to get away from a bad situation. So I need to be using my spells more often. I'm just running up and carrying and slicing people. Which, I mean, it works, to be fair, but using spell combos is generally more interesting, I think. It's like, why not just use a pure physical build if you're just gonna run up and stab people? You don't need to stab with magic.
Hey!
So many buffs. He's gonna do a lot of crouch poking, I can already tell. Yep. There we go. Ooh. Now let's use this to get FP up. Then I kind of want to do this, because why not? Interesting use of that. Kind of surprised I didn't get a roll catch there. I love watching people... What is this guy doing? No. Yeah, you don't want to fight a magic user in Terra Magica. It's going to end badly for you. He was trying to do good combos. I think he probably could have went for rolling attacks more often. Because it seemed like he would roll, reset, then crouch and poke, instead of just like rolling into a poke, it's the same exact attack. Like, you don't need to waste like... what would that be, like a half second to a full second just resetting to do the same attack anyway? But good fight. I forgot. I don't really know why I mess with Twitter much. It doesn't seem particularly useful. Like, every time I look at Twitter, I'm like, yeah, that's the place. But it's like free, like second sub box, I guess, so may as well. Like, it costs me literally nothing to use it as a second sub box.
Hey!
Is this a dual whip user? Yep. So this is going to be a lot of bleed buildup. The other good thing about like a dedicated duel area would be people wouldn't be able to have rune arcs when hosting. Ah, Bloodhound stuff dual whip. Jesus. Like, look at those iframes. Like, if he doesn't want to get hit, I'm never going to be able to land an attack. Never mind. Also, he's like using the Morgott rune right now, which means he has, like, a lot more health than me. And then, like, Bloodhound stuff. Did you just switch to a Rivers of Blood? I think that's what that katana is. Well, he had to take out Guardian Retaliation. And it is Rivers of Blood, okay. But he can't... Oh. I'll just reset. That'd been funny if that roll caught. I have to be careful here because he's just going to go for stuff like that. Oh, that works too. Good fight. Guardian Retaliation. I really hope they fix it because it is a very cool, like, parry ability. Because usually spell parries aren't particularly worth it just because it's not really worth the risk. Like, you can just roll through spells, why would you parry it? But I like it because it gives a reason to use spell parries because you get a, like, homing soul mass to fire back at people. Which would free up a memory slot. Which, I mean, Guardian Phalanx is a good spell for duels. I don't think it's worth the slot for invasions, though. Because it's good because you can force people to like back up and like play defensively for a bit. Although it doesn't have as much stagger potential in this game as Soulmass did in previous. Actually, I'm not sure if that's true. It definitely feels like it's not a guaranteed stagger though. I haven't messed around with like cheese that much. Where is this guy? Oh, over there.
Hey!
Is that infinite FP? Looked like it may have been. I hope that will dispel my stuff, so I have to be careful. Oh, he's one of these types of casters. Oh god, I don't think either of us won that trade. We have the same brain cell. We just like hit each other in the face twice and both died. Amazing. Also, I really like having Eternal Darkness because it's like the hard counter to the Stars of Ruin spam. Because you can't, or unless you have like Bloodhound stuff, you can't avoid 100% of the damage from Stars of Ruin. Like you always get like chipped, I don't know, like on a good roll you'll get hit by like 1 to 2, but usually you'll take like 100 to 200 damage from it. So if you use the infinite FP flask, you can just spam it and like get a guaranteed win essentially. Which is why I'm not really using it too much, because like I would rather like get a like good roll catch with a random spell that isn't really used for roll catching than like oh, spell you can't really dodge, yay, damage, it's free, and that's just not how I really like playing these games. So I'm not, which is good. And I don't really mind people using it either, like it's a very strong spell, why wouldn't you use it?
Hey!
Because I find like in these games, if you don't like a tactic and you don't want to use it, then just don't use it. Oh, this guy's using a Sword Seal. He's a little... Oh, I need to be careful about that. Okay, I don't like doing this too much. Because it's very obnoxious. And there we go. But he was doing the correct thing against, like, Glint, or Phalanx spam, I guess. I think they're all called Phalanx in this game. But previous Soul Mass spam. If you don't run perpendicular to it, I could like just quick pivot, they all fire, get a stagger into more damage. So that's how you play against it, you just have to be really defensive. It's like spell tracking in this game still whiffs most of the time if you're moving perpendicularly. Which is like the trade-off for sorceries, because like it's projectiles that do high damage, but relatively easy to dodge. Okay, so they're Glint Blade. Isn't this... But that spell's called Glint Blade. So yeah, I guess just like, instead of Soul Mass, it's Phalanx for all of them, I guess. Because Glint Blade is an entirely separate spell, for some reason. That's just kind of how magic always works in these games. It's really, really strong against people who don't know how to dodge it, because it's almost like a free win against people who don't know how to dodge all the spells and whatnot. But if someone knows how to fight against a sorcerer, like you're gonna have... If you're a pure sorcerer, you're gonna have a bad time. Or like just have to play really passively. But if you're on like a hybrid or like pseudo-hybrid like this is where I still have a melee weapon, it's still manageable, I would say.
Hey!
Can't tell if he's... Okay, yep. I'll just use one of these, and let's go. Oh, that's gonna be annoying for me. Oh, that landed still interesting. A little bit of latency. Oh, a lot of latency. Oh, that didn't quite reach rip. Oh no, it did. Okay, interesting. How did that do 1200 damage with just a single attack, though? I wonder if that was like super lagging, it was a previous attack stacking with the Moonblade. But yeah, that's the other thing, like, you can never take Souls PvP too seriously because it is like, it's peer-to-peer without proper regions. Because even though like in the settings there's where is it? Cross-region play? That means nothing. It's literally Japan and not Japan. So, like, it may as well not be an option. Also, I need to remember to do this. How do I favorite a... Site of Grace? Or do I have to go to the Grace menu for it? Oh, there we go. Then that should show up there. Okay. And I think also having gate front would be good. Just because, like, I frequently go there to test, like, damage and whatnot. Okay, let's do some invasions and whatnot, because it's going to be a relatively short stream, maybe, like, an hour and a half longer. And invasions are generally more interesting, I find, because there's multiple people and who knows what's actually going to happen. Actually, I have no idea where are good spots to invade at 125. Because it's either going to be, like, people who also stopped at the 125 meta doing random hosting in places and whatnot, or like New Game Plus runs. Actually, like, no, 125 would definitely be a bit high for a first playthrough in this area. Like, maybe like a Halig tree could be good. And then I could also try like the typical hosting spots like Liurnia Lake and Altus Plateau and all that. I may actually want to run forward in the level here. Get you like the second, or not second, but the next set of Sites of Grace. To like invade the area proper instead of like the entrance to it. Actually, I haven't really invaded here much. I'm not sure if the spawns are going to be good. Because I feel like a sorcery build benefits a ton from like an ambush element in a sense. Because if I can get a Terra Magica Loretta's Mastery on somebody, they're gonna have a bad time. Why is he so low on HP? Ah, that's unfortunate. That's a bite spear, gotta watch out. Nope, that works. Or did it not? Is he alive? Oh, he is. Nah, not quite. Ooh, Moonveil. Oh shit, that was a very unfortunate stagger stun. Like, stagger combo. I did not realize that guy had a Moonveil at all. It always confuses me when you see people, like, using, like a hybrid weapon. Like, Moonveil scales so low with int, it may as well just be a pure dex weapon too, to be fair. But they don't have any spells or anything like that. They just, like, just spec into a magic stat for, like, weapon scaling. Because, like, spells are really strong, like, almost all the time. So, like, opting out of using spells is interesting. Not necessarily interesting, but just, like, surprising, I guess. You also go kill a Moog to get the rune that lets me buff PvE. Though it's not that useful of a thing, to be fair. Not unfortunate. So aggressive. I have to be careful because I'm going to get Dragon Breath again. And that might hit me? No, we're good. Okay, not quite enough FP for that. We're going to try and full charge this. What's gonna happen? Ah, that's not the spell I wanted to use. Oh, that pivot. I have to watch out for plunge attacks here. And that too. Why is that double hitting? Oh, I'm dead. Hey, not dead. But I'm not in a good spot here, like at all. Like I'm out of heals and they have the height advantage. Like, this area would be a lot better to invade in if you could invade behind people, but it typically always puts you in front of people. Because by invading behind... Oh, yeah, in the DC, that's always unfortunate. I hope they fix that too, but it might just come down to people having bad internet. Well, no, I don't know. I feel like it happens... It is peer-to-peer, so like people's connection quality can vary a ton. But we're also on PC, where I feel like having like a Ethernet connection over Wi-Fi would be a lot more common. So I'm just running forward to get to the next side of Grace. I think there's a fast way down. I am not sure if I remember it though, so we're just gonna go and see. Yeah, this looks good. Oh god, what's going on? And then, yeah, I'll have to run by the ballista, but that should be good enough. Oh god, there's a ton of them. I'm just gonna spam roll, hope for the best. Oh god, an actual hitbox on that? Oh, Now we got it. We're fine. Oh, where's the side of Grace? You know what, let's just keep going. What could go wrong? We're just grabbing sides of Grace, like, I can get items and whatnot dropped over if I actually need them. Isn't there like a doorway that goes out the side here? Oh no, you go up the route, and then there's like another side of Grace and another like hole in the wall over this way. Because like invading over here is a lot better for this build because there's a lot more... Like it's more open so I can actually make use of my ranged attacks and whatnot. Whereas whenever I'm fighting in a small area like I was before, like half my attacks aren't really useful because they have too much wind up. Yeah. Which way? Okay, I have to go down and then back up, it looks like. Actually, no, I can just drop down here, I think. And the side of Grace should be in right there. Okay, we made it. Oh, and we didn't get Scarlet Rotted either. Nice. This is the right way, I think, right? Maybe? Maybe not? It seems like it is. And I'll just go forward and grab Melania's... Or Melania? Millennia? I am Millennia, Blade of Mikola. That sounds right. It has been a while since I actually fought her though, so don't have it fully fresh in my memory. Then here, go off to the side, I think. And I think I have to drop down here, right? Yeah, okay. And then it's like bad time, rot, minion place. Ow. There is an item up there, but I do think I dropped down here. Oh, let's use our lantern. I think forward is the way we want to go. Nice. Also, apparently it's, the Moonblade only hits twice if it's in your offhand, which I think, I'm not sure if it's a bug that it hits twice, because there's a blade and projectile component to it, or if it's a bug that it doesn't hit twice in the main hand. Actually, I'm curious. Nope. Yeah, I was gonna see if I could do the offhand, like, R2 attacks. Because, when buffed, the Darkmoon Greatsword only hits once. It doesn't have, like, a melee part of the attack. So if I could do that attack in the offhand, it may hit twice, for some reason. But I can't put in the offhand. Well, I can, but I can't do that attack in the offhand. Okay, let's try some invasions here. But I probably will have more invasions in, like, I think this one would probably be a good spot for hosting. And then also, like, Boiled Prawn Shack, probably. Or just, like, in this general area. Okay, this is, like, if it's a good invasion spot, it's going to be, like, instant invasions, but it doesn't seem like it is, so let's go to a different one. And there we go. I'm expecting to run into some pretty, powerful gank squads here, which, again, I don't mind, but it's going to be different than invading randoms going through the game, where I can just, like, one-shot them with a Loretta's Mastery from who knows where. Okay, so they're, like, right here. Not sure where, though. Yeah, they're back this way. Oh, they're the... I think they're that banner? Yeah, you can tell because it's slightly off-center. Well, let's go for it. Let's hope their roll timing's bad. Ah, it's a shield. Man, why is it two people using that shield? It literally has infinite stability if you put the charm on. Oh, he's coming after me. Interesting. That should be a one-shot, yeah. Okay, now he's gonna wait for the parry, but I get a free heal here. Because he can't attack me. That's a bad idea. Interesting choice. Free heal for me. No parry there? Interesting. This should one-shot. Hey, I'm not one-shot. Oh, wait, what? But yeah, that's like kind of the concern I had invading at this level. It's going to be people doing the current like really strong thing to do, which in this case it's shield with infinite stability, to where you can block as long as you want and you don't lose any stamina if you block hits. And it actually has pretty good like resistances too, so you can't really reliably chip it out. But yeah, it is what it is. They'll probably adjust it. It's like great shields have always been really strong, just not typically at that level to where it's infinite stability. This looks like it might be a solo post, so I'm gonna do the reasonable things like dodge check them. Oop. Excuse me? Wait, is this a, like, proper cheater? Or do they have the... No, it gives a effect if... How's he not taking any damage yet? I'm gonna do this just so I can confirm if they can take damage or not. I feel like they probably can. Amazing. Wait, what? I'm so confused right now. Oh, they're just a lag lord. Okay. And I'm wondering what that 800 damage is from. What? 'Cause I can't imagine that the 800 damage is from the slicer. That doesn't seem like it would be the case. But also, what would that be from, though? Because 800 damage would be way too little for the Loretta's Mastery, too. Huh. Interesting. Now I see a Karn Retaliation dagger there, so it might already be up. So I do have to be pretty careful. I don't think this reaches. I'm gonna go for the Phantom. Oh, it does. Amazing. But yeah, I have to be real careful about one shot here. Actually, I might already be dead. Yep, we got Karn Retaliation. I wonder if the people who like just spam it like that know just how broken it is. Like, because again, the damage is one thing, but the fact that it doesn't ever show the projectiles is like the real problem with it. But it properly shows the projectiles on like the user's end. So unless they see someone else using it, they would have no idea just how bugged it is. But then again, someone using like a one-shot like that, and people just never like properly dodging it, I would imagine they would get a general idea that it's not working correctly, but who knows. Wait, why is my item discovery up right now? I think that's what that... No, that's a bonus souls. Or rings, rather. Oh, is that... That's probably from the leaf effect, I think. That makes sense, anyway. Oh, it's one guy chained madnessing? Is that Karn Retaliation dude again? I'll take it. I find that funny how that guy just ate. Because, like, he should have totally been able to roll there. But I think he was committed to the madness spam and had already started up another cast, probably. Okay. Okay, a 2v2, that's always fun. Who just had 452 HP? Was that the host? Who had 452 HP? Nope. Okay. He's just gonna do the same thing over and over again. He's just going for the Rivers of Blood combo. He's hiding in a bush to do the Rivers of Blood thing. Guarantee it. I was hoping when I turned there, you would have gotten hit by... I need to be careful using that. It's not going to be good here. Oh, okay, I need to be careful about that. Because the second swing does 3 hits, which caused me to get blood loss. I thought it was only 2 and I could have traded there. But instead, blood loss causes stagger, which combos. That was bad on my part. Oh, I'm invading. This would be better off being this, because it's 15% more damage on charged stuff, which would pretty much guarantee my Loretta Mastery being a one-shot. Oh, it's this guy again. Another guy just standing right there. That hit? Oof. And there we go. Summon down. This is an invasion, so I'm gonna... Why is this guy invisible? Probably just a bad connection, I imagine. Yeah, so far, I think I will go through with a level 70 version of this build for, like, just invasions. Just because, like, random invasions are always going to be more interesting than, like, invading people hosting and whatnot. Because, like, if I'm going to be invading people hosting, I would rather host myself with a friend to have it always be a 2v2, essentially. Because, like, that's just always fun. Like, sure, like we're technically ganking if it's just one person, but because it's only 2 of us, 2 invaders can invade. And then it's like a never-ending 2v2, which is really fun. Instead of, like, I guess in a situation like that, where it's a 2v1, I could just, like, stall until another invader comes in. Although I'm not sure if... Yeah, I'm not sure if 2v2 can only happen if the hosts use a Taunter Tongue. Because if they just are doing co-op, it may just always be one invader. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. There we go. Okay, where's the host? Oh, nearby. Oh, never mind, DC. Okay. I'm kind of considering doing like a more invader-esque approach to this. Oh, literally right there. Where I don't just run in and fight the people, where I play more like a scumbag. Which would be like just running around stalling until more invaders and whatnot. And then just using cheap tactics. I'm kind of expecting a summon to show up somewhere. Because that's the other thing, like people wanting to like duel like this. Okay, you want to find an enclosed spot? Be my guest. Oh, so much damage. Oh boy. Don't let the mage fight on... Okay, that's the other really strong thing about being like a pseudo hybrid like this. Like, I'm a pure int build for all intents and purposes, but like because I have melee threat, they can't easily force me off the Terra Magica. And you don't want me to be on a Terra Magica because I think it's like 30 or 35% bonus magic damage. And it puts like my Darkening Greatsword AR over like, I think it gets up to like 1.2k if I have all my buffs up. Which is why that heavy attack just did 1.2k damage. And that was uncharged too, it could do 30 or 15% more damage. Why are they like doing a pseudo fight club here? It looks like I'll fight the summon. That's, yeah, gonna go way over his head. Good trade. Then I'm gonna do this quickly to get FP efficiency. Amazing trade on his part. I'm just gonna jump up here to get a good vantage point. So it looks like that guy might be frostbitten. Not sure what that status effect is. It's lasting a really long time. I'm not entirely sure what it is. He's using an ultra greatsword. I'm not sure why you would ever infuse that with frostbite, because that just lowers your damage for an effect that's not really worth it for that build, I don't think. There's everyone's bloodhound stepping. That's gonna be really annoying to fight. Okay, he is using a frostbite ultra greatsword because he got the stagger that happened right there was the frostbite proccing out of an iframe, so it didn't do any damage but it still caused stagger. And I could just like gank the shit out of this guy, but I feel like fighting with that invader is just going to be more difficult than just 1v1ing, so I'm just kind of letting it run out. The spacing here is so interesting. Like half the time they're both attacking out of, like, the greatsword guy is definitely better with the spacing, but they're just whiffing so many attacks. It's kind of odd. Yep. Okay. Yep. They're almost getting each other. There we go. Almost got him there. Yay, there we go. Okay, now let's see how quickly this goes. Why is his damage so bad? Yeah, I do 500 damage. Oh, he has like 2 HP. I was way too aggressive there. Also, again, I should really... Well, the thing is, because he has Bloodhound Step, a lot of my spells are useless. Because he just Bloodhound Steps until they fire. But I was definitely way too aggressive there. If I wanted to do that approach where I just, like, carry and slice them, I probably should have put down a Terra Magica to kind of force them on the defensive. But yeah. It's like, all these spells are useless against Bloodhound Step. And realistically, the only reason it was close is because they decided to go for trades and whatnot. Like, with Bloodhound Step, you can just decide not to engage, and that's it. Like, you can't, there's no counter to a Bloodhound Stepper who doesn't want to engage. I'm an invader, doing invasion things. Where's Loretta? Mastery. Ah, his name is Fight Club. Fine. Like, if his name wasn't Fight Club, he would have gotten bopped there.
Hey!
Nope. Why are we fighting up here? It's such a bad spot.
Hey!
Oh. You gotta be careful of Prying Retaliation, because who knows if you actually got it. Should have fired there. I'm not gonna grab items from a host. Like, I don't trust after early day Dark Souls 3, where they could just drop a hacked item and then it bans you. And also, like, it doesn't matter what it is, I don't really use consumables yet. Do I grab it? Sure, I have save backups. Oh boy, a Lord's Rune.
Hey!
This is such a bad Fight Club spot. Why are they here? Like, it's so bad. Oh god, that's gonna be annoying. I have no stamina, yeah. Like, why is, like, 75% of people just spamming Bloodhound stuff? Like, I understand it because it's really good. Like, I guarantee that guy with the dual ultra greatswords is Bloodhound stepping too. But it's like, it makes the PvP so mindless. Because it's like, you only ever take damage if it's like a trade. And also, I kind of hope they adjust poise too, because I'm not a huge fan of passive poise. I liked the Dark Souls 3 system a lot more, where like passive poise was non-existent, but poise was used as a multiplier or like a base for hyper armor, where weapons had like a poise multiplier for... Oh boy, the wizard doesn't see me. Ah, he's glitching.
Hey!
I like that. Just spamming rolls and just eats a Loretta's mastery to the face. Also, I think I'll change Nod in Thought to Applause because it's difficult to see the actual nod animation when you're purely red, but or I guess Bravo in this game, apparently. But yeah, that emote has like a sound effect to it. Like, is it glitching if it's... Okay, using an item to trigger Crying Retaliation is probably considered like glitching. But it's not like... The issue is that Crying Retaliation itself is bugged. Like, even if you just try to use it normally, it's going to have the same, like, effect. Like, if you parry a normal spell that an enemy threw at you, the daggers aren't going to like, shoot on their screen and it's gonna one-shot them. Like, the, I guess, glitching aspect of it is using an item or spell to proc it yourself. But even that's not a huge issue. Like, that wouldn't be an issue if it didn't one-shot and had proper animation. Okay, so they're up there. I think I can jump up here to get into that part of it. I'm not entirely sure, though. Let's try. And I may just go for Loretta's Mastery one-shot. Ooh, that was some latency. Electrify Armament. No, it's an invasion. Why duel? But whatever. He's not going to want to fight me in the Terra Magica, which is fair. Oh god, it's so laggy. Oh god, that's so bad. Oh, whatever. Oh, ooh, I'm just gonna, like... Let's see what happens. Oop. So, this connection quality is so bad. Let's just go for, Ganon. Ganon's fun. Ganon is very fun. Yeah, like... There wasn't much that was gonna be good to come from that fight, because with that much latency, it's like, whoever attacks first wins pretty much. Which... It is what it is, it's unfortunate, but I'm not gonna throw a fight because it's laggy. Like, if you did that, you would have to throw, like, 70% of Souls fights. Well, I guess it depends on your threshold of, like, a laggy fight, because, like, as long as you're, like, in the same, like, I guess, like, hemisphere, it should be fine, but because regions are Japan and not Japan, you can have some really bad connection quality. Which I really wish they, like, changed at some point. Because, like, I feel like it made sense initially for the games because it was a relatively small player base, and it would, like, just make it too small to have, like continent regions. But now, like, with Elden Ring, at least for now, like, there's so many players you could totally, like, have better connection quality by having more specific regions. But nope. So I'm pretty sure I saw the invasion message go through, but okay, it's still going. I think the previous attempt failed. Well, honestly, like, lag is just a part of these games now. Like, it's not a serious, like, PvP experience. You have fun by making creative builds and doing dumb stuff. And, like, sure, some people have fun by going, like... I never killed this guy? I guess I never really had a reason to be fair. Hopefully he doesn't move forward far enough. Yeah, I should be able to get charged one. They almost looped back around for it. I feel like I should reset this invasion too. I feel like it's like stuck in a loop, because I don't think the message usually goes like that. Ah, okay. Miss mobility, what do I do? Oh, I know what I do. Ow. Well, first heal up so I don't die. I can't rip. Get back here, guy. Okay, you know what? Boop. There we go. I don't even know what that guy drops, to be fair. Shared order, okay. And now let's reset this invasion. Hopefully it goes through now. My game just... Oh, what is going on? Is that showing up in OBS? I think... You know what? I think it crashed, but let's give it a minute. No, that totally crashed, rip. So it was probably like a super bugged invasion attempt. I'm gonna let it like crash naturally, because if I Alt F4, that... Actually, I'm not sure if a natural crash isn't counted toward the PV. Oh, nope, there's... Ooh, yeah, it super crashed. Well, one second, let me just start it back up. Okay, oh god, and because it's one of the scuffed games, like it shuffled all my like windowed sizes for all my other stuff open. Let me fix that quickly. Okay, it should be good now. Maybe, maybe not. Any day now. I really wish FromSoft was better at making PC games, because it's clearly like a port. Yeah, it crashed, I know. But it'd be nice if it like just worked better, because like even ignoring like performance issues, it just doesn't like start up and end well. Like I've had it to where like I need to like force end a task, like in Task Manager, to actually close the game. Otherwise, we'd just be running in the background for who knows how long. But at least like it runs. I know I don't need to buy an entire console for like a game, which is why I never went back and played Bloodborne yet, because I could never justify buying an entire console for one game. Because I don't play that much of a variety of games, and like, sure, like even for one game, I would have totally gotten my money's worth from buying an entire PS4 for just Bloodborne, just because of how many hours you can put into these games, but it's still like, it just feels wasteful to do that, I feel like. Even if like you can, it's like, I don't need to, is what it is. Something's going on over there. What is doing all that damage? Oop. Well, that's a lot of HP. Oh. Why is the host invisible? Okay, let's try scumbag strats here. They're fighting the PvE. Oop. I think that was the Phantom, though. Oh no, that was the actual host. Let's go. And we got the Phantom, too. Yay. And do a nice and honorable bow there. I didn't run away to the PvE and spam a one-shot attack. I would never. I guess that is something I'm concerned about, making a level 70 version of this build. Like, even though I'll probably only end up with like 50 plus 10 int, plus 10 coming from a physic class, it's still going to be like the same thing, where I can just like sneak up behind people and one-shot them with Loretta Mastery. And like, I feel like that could probably get stale pretty quickly. Then again, like, I'm not limited to, like, it's not a gimmick build by any sense. Like, I could just do whatever I feel like. I think that is Barrier of Gold or, like, Erdtree Favor or something like that, so my magic damage is gonna do, like, nothing. Which, I mean, it is what it is. But honestly, like, my damage is so high it should be fine anyway. But I'm actually, let's see. Oop. Oh god. What? I don't even know what weapon he has equipped. There's no way he used invisible weapon. Oh yeah, okay, he has a claymore now. Okay. Nice. Oh, did I kill him with that? Okay, well, let's dodge check this guy. Oh, he just died from the...
Hey!
Died from the glint blade. I love full charging glint blades because they're so delayed people forget about them. Actually, wait a second. Did I line it up to where the glint blade was hidden by the phalanx? Is that why it caught him so off guard? Because that'd be hilarious if that's what happened and they didn't just like ignore it. But I've had fights where I just do a random full charge glint blade, then I run up with a Carian Slicer. I fight them regularly for like, I don't know, like a few seconds, and then they just get stabbed in the back for like 700 damage. Because I'm stacking, like, the charge effect here affects Glint Blade. Even though normally just charging it only affects the delay, and it doesn't do bonus damage. But because I have this, it does 15% more damage. Which is why it's doing like 700 damage sometimes. And then for my other talismans, I think this is good. Because I don't use the Moonlight greatsword, like, beams frequently. Oh, they're literally right there. I don't use, like, the beams frequently enough to justify this weapon skill bonus one. Oh, it's this guy again. Wait, why is that guy invisible again? Why is his connection quality so bad? Oh god. Invisible guy's gonna be a pain. I'm not even sure if he can hit me, is a, like, weird thing about it. Like, our connection is so bad, like, I just don't know. I don't think I've ever actually taken damage from him. Oh, never mind. He's just invisible. For some reason. And, like, I don't know how much poise he has, I don't know anything. I don't even know if I can hit him, if I'm being honest. Okay, no we can. Okay. Actually, these might never fire because he's invisible. Oh, never mind. I didn't see an attack come out. Can we roll catch an invisible? Oh, we can. Yay, I did it. Yay, I'm so good. So dumb. Oh shit, it's Emne. That's a regular from Peeves stream from like the Dark Souls 1 days. I've never like, actually, I mean I've talked in that chat a handful of times. I've always like been a put a stream on the side type of watcher. Like just to lurk, have it on the side and whatnot. So even though I've been like watching Peeve since like 2012 or 13, hardly interacted with the community itself. I just recognize like the regular names and whatnot. Because I feel like Emne's like unique enough name that it wouldn't be like a random who's also called Emne. But I feel like I thought he played on PlayStation. Whatever. It doesn't matter too much. Just an interesting little encounter. And also killing a completely invisible host, apparently. Using an ultra greatsword. How did they lose with an invisible ultra greatsword? I don't even know how much poise they had. I just sliced them and it worked out, I guess. I kinda want to do invader type things. That's not gonna reach. Yeah. Oh, it is that hit? Interesting. Let's get this going. He died from the glint blades. I'm gonna die from this shit if I don't start playing better. Oh, he tried using ice lightning. Can you dodge the things? Oh. There we go.
Hey!
Oh, there's a hunter. Oh, why using Loretta's great bow? That's like, sure it does higher single target damage, but I feel like the multi-hit of Mastery is just so much better. Also has further range. Because I feel like a great bow, it's like a little bit shorter range than max lock-on, whereas Loretta's Mastery is further than max lock-on, which makes it so much better as a sniping spell. Because if people are trying to run away from you, they're always going to outrange, well not always, but a lot of the time they'll outrange a great bow, whereas Mastery will hit them. And also, like, the Loretta, like, bow spells are so interesting where it's like a single target AoE. To where, like, even though it's a giant explosion, it can only hit one target, but it's a larger hitbox than just, like, the core projectile. So it's like a single target AoE. So Loretta's great bow can only ever hit one person, but because Loretta's Mastery is 4 arrows, it could potentially hit up to 4 people. Well, no, it would never hit 4 people because it's 4 players max, but you get the idea. Like, it can hit multiple people if, like, the main target is killed before, or, like, they roll or whatever. Which, in my opinion, makes it a lot better than Great Bow just because... mainly because of that, and the larger range. And higher max damage if all 4 projectiles hit. But I think it's, as long as, like, 3 projectiles hits, like, roughly the same damage as Great Bow. It does cost, like, I don't think it's nearly twice, maybe, like, 30% more FP. Oh shit, I'm the best. Easy game. Well, the other thing is, like, even Great Bow's not the type of spell you will really be spamming too often. Because it's a projectile-based attack, so it's easy to dodge. So, like, you have one shot with that anyway. So, like, why not go for the higher damage, longer range version? That's also more difficult to dodge. Like, if you only get one shot, like, use a better version. It's like, the cast time is so long, like, you're not going to pull this off in a duel. Unless the person's playing extremely passively, which doesn't happen too frequently. Then for other spells, I like Eternal Darkness because it shuts down other casters. I really need to make use of that more in Invasions, I feel like. If I fully buff up, I get to like 1.2k, give or take. That is if I'm standing in a Terra Magica as well, though. But like a heavy attack will usually do over 1000 damage with just like a physic buff. If I'm in a Terra Magica, it does a lot of damage. Okay, this, I think it's a 2v2. Okay, let's take out this guy quickly. Oh yeah, right now I have 944 AR, which then add 30% to that with Terra Magica. I need to be somewhat careful here because he's poise stacking with the Moonveil. I feel like there might be a little bit of latency here. Yeah, not too bad. Definitely some though. Shit. I have no idea what's even going on here. Let's try charging this, because why not? Ah, that latency is going to make this so difficult. I can't really reliably go... Oh. Oh. Other invader one. And if that hits, that's like 2k damage, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I'll check my fully buffed Moonlight Greatsword AR for you quickly. Because I'm doing like 70 plus 10, where I have 70 base int, then I use a plus 10 physic. So from neutral I have 746 AR, if I drink my physic to get up to 80 int, and then also the like magic damage boosting one, I get up to 866. If I apply the buff, then it's like the 944, and then if I use Terra Magica, then it's like 1.2k, I think. Yeah, effectively 1.2k. So way more damage than is needed, but in an invasion getting a one shot every now and then is always fun. Because I also have the Godfrey icon, which affects charged attacks with this, which is like another 15% damage, I'm pretty sure. And then if I really wanted to stack it, I could use this for another 15%. Oh, true. Although with, there might be different, like, hidden multipliers for one-handed versus two-handed attacks, but because it's like all the damage is coming from int anyway, I don't really benefit too much from one-handing. Yeah, it was like 6 extra AR, I think. Oh no, a little bit more than that, 11. I actually should test that, but I don't think it really does any more damage. I think usually extra damage from two-handing is from the 1.5 times strength multiplier. Ooh, this could be interesting. I haven't fought dual lances like that, like, at all. Also a good bit of latency there. Gotta be careful about that. Ooh, unfortunate dodge there. A lot of latency. I thought delaying that would have worked. Guess not. Yeah, I probably could have waited for him to clear out the PvE there, but, like, these guys would have died in one hit anyway. And it's kind of his fault for trying to effectively duel before clearing out the PvE in an invasion hotspot, so it is what it is. It's an invasion, not a duel. Like, I have no reason to, like, let up my aggression when I'm on the offensive, because, again, it's an invasion. Well, I was gonna check if I did more, like, significantly more damage one-handed versus two-handed. I think the way these games work is, like, the AR is, like, your base damage, and then different attacks have multipliers that affect it. But I'm not sure if there's a distinction between one-handed and two-handed attack multipliers. Or if it's purely whether it's a light or heavy attack, and then the AR. Because usually two-handed does more because, oh, I'm gonna be an invader and not fight this head-on. Interesting attack choice. That would've been funny if I got hit by that. Ah, Moonveil. Oh god, Moonveil. I gave him a buff. Okay, can I get them to be overly greedy? Wait, Moonveil and Rivers of Blood? What are their stats like? Those aren't, like, compatible weapons. Let's get rid of this guy's bubble. You know, he's still just going. I mean, it's working out relatively well for him. I'm just gonna heal here, and not the best heal. Oh, he had the bubble up still, unfortunate. I can't see him, that's spooky. Oh shit, that stagger hurts. I should have ran back to the great bow guy, that would have given me a lot more cover. But I'm wondering what that guy's build is, because you need... I mean, I guess he is probably not minimal int for the Moonveil, but he wasn't, like, heavily invested in int for sure. But he also had Rivers of Blood, which is an arcane weapon. So I'm kind of confused. Okay, one-handed, 726. That guy's blocking. So I'm just going to say it's roughly the same AR. But I think the first hit was counter, so like 581. So it might be a little bit more. Wait, what's that burrowing effect? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh shit. Oh, that makes sense. True, yeah. And also, I'm kind of disappointed with how bad quality is. Also, that wasn't like a good test at all now that I think about it. Let's go to Gatefront. Like, with enemies attacking and whatnot, it's always hard to say if it was in counter frames or not. But yeah, it can also, like, the 50% multiplier for strength can also be good for quality builds, because then you can do, like, uneven quality setup. 624. To get, like, more stat efficient setups, but quality seems really bad in this game, which is unfortunate. So I should sneak up now that I think about it. Then I stand. Wait, how was that still the... Okay, so it is a little bit more damage. But I feel like having the threat of spellcasting kind of justifies one-handing it. Yeah, like, because usually I always do a quality build, which is what my first playthrough character was, but it's like impressively bad almost. Like 40-40, like it's almost always worse. Actually, I think it is always worse AR for more stat investment compared to pure dex or strength. Especially strength because of the 1.5 two-hand multiplier. So I imagine they'll adjust it. I'm not sure if they'll affect the scaling or just decrease the like base damage penalty for using it. But hopefully they make it so it's not always the worst choice. Also, Black Flame Protection is going to do like nothing here. Oh, yeah, that's true. I think that's a way to use quality. I mean, that's definitely what to do when using a quality build. Actually, that... Oh, that's unfortunate whiff. Good fight, though. But yeah, that seems like the way to use a quality build. Like, you just use the special weapons made for that type of build. Which is kind of what I'm doing right now anyway. Like the Darkmoon Greatsword itself doesn't have the best moveset. Like, I'm sure Magic Infused or Cold Infused Halberd, not Halberd, but just like Claymore would be a better Greatsword. But I've never really optimized my builds too much. I just like build around a theme and go with it, which I just find generally more fun. Like, if you optimize a build, everyone's gonna end up with the same build usually. Or like a fairly similar build. Because I do feel like having a Carian Slicer and, oh god, that guy just got one shot. Oh, it's this group again. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, this is fine. Oh, that's not... Oh god, that's unfortunate. I meant to Carian Slicer there, but I didn't hold up on the D-pad long enough to get the like spell switch. It feels like they changed the timer on that, because I feel like it was a lot faster of an input in Dark Souls 3 compared to this game. Because like there's a very noticeable delay for it. And even like going back to like the health one too. That's just something either they're gonna, like, shorten... I'm not sure why they would have made it take longer, because, like... It's not difficult to just press a button versus holding it. Like, you can have a very short hold window, and still have it feel good. So, like, I don't know why they have it, like, a full half second of delay for it to do stuff. What is going on there? He just block spam. He just wants me to get in range of, yeah. That's literally it. He just wants me to be in range of, Corpse Piler. Which I think I can just, like, interrupt, maybe? Oh, nope, I'm dead. Hey, didn't full stagger. That's funny. He got way too greedy for the kill and just walked into greatsword hits. It's always funny when that happens. Because, like, they totally wouldn't have expected me to, like keep fighting there. Okay, so for the flasks, what I do is equip them on the slot. Oh yeah, like I have my health flask on this bar so I can always access it. I guess if I actually used consumables more often, it would be better to put in the pouch, but I do have my physic and mana flask in the pouch. Although now that I think about it, it would probably be better to just always have the health flask in the pouch, because then I could just have random consumables on the bar, and then I can still always heal, but yeah. And that'd be more useful, again, if I use, like, throwing knives and that type of thing. Because realistically, I don't use the lantern too much now that I'm PvPing. Yeah, okay. And also, like, I guess it's kind of a waste to have the physic flask in the pouch because you only use it, like, once in invasion. So I could reasonably just swap those two and it'd be the same. Like, it'd be a better setup. But again, like, I guess I would just start need to use more consumables to really make the switch worthwhile. Because I know there are a few good consumables to use. I'm just too lazy to constantly, like, mule the crafting materials or farm for stuff. And for a, like, caster build like this, they're not too necessary to have. But if I ever, like, actually started playing, like, a pure physical build again, then it'd be more important to do. Actually, now the more I think about it, the more it makes sense to put the physic on the bar. I guess one advantage of having my health flask on the bar is I can more quickly see how much I have left. Like, I don't have to wait for the UI to change. But that'd be like the only advantage of it, I suppose. Oh yeah, like, I mean, even farming for the what are they called? Like preserving boluses? That's annoying. Like, it takes like 3. I mean, it's not difficult to farm for by any means, but it's just annoying that you have to farm for the stuff to make preserving boluses. Granted, you don't really run into rot too frequently in PvP, but they're so good to have. Actually, how many do I have right now? I only have 10. I think I have like 40 or so on my like first playthrough build because I ended up with a good amount of the crafting materials anyway. But I might just end up duping those with a friend because like they're not very... You don't need them too often, but they're very useful to have. But that's the other thing about, like, some of the consumables are like really annoying to farm. In which case I wouldn't feel good about duping those because they're strong because they're annoying to farm. So having like an effectively infinite supply of them is kind of cheap, I feel like. What's going on over there? Oh, they're... Okay. Oh, the other guy is in the crater too. Why would you just use a random throwing knife?
Hey!
Oh, that's funny. Like, I don't understand people who just, like, stop paying attention to the caster they're fighting. Like, they just full turn around and ignore me. That doesn't work when I can just fire a comet like that. Well, I guess, like, I could probably put the bloody finger on my bar, now that I think about it, instead of constantly doing the multiplayer menu stuff. Because, like, I'm not shuffling through the bar anyway, may as well use it for, like, slightly more convenient stuff. I don't know where this... Oh, there it is. Rip. So let's actually do that quickly. Then again, like, I have the muscle memory down for this anyway, it doesn't really matter. That's another thing I need to do more. I need to mess with my roll catch timing. Probably for like another half hour or so. Gonna go help a friend build a computer tonight. Yeah, probably like half an hour. Don't want to go too long. I keep saying I'm going to try and do more frequent streams, but relatively shorter streams. But then that always falls through because stuff comes up for grad school. Which, I mean, that takes priority over playing video games, of course, but... I should... no, there's no way I can commit to a schedule during a semester. Okay, sounds good. Yep, thanks for hanging out and all that. And, again, streams will be random, so... just have notifications on, I guess. Yep, see ya. Are the invasions still going? Not too sure. I'm gonna... I can't even cancel it. I guess I have to wait for it to properly time out. Okay, there we go. Okay, sounds good. I really should be messing around with different spell combinations as well. Because like, I'm not using like half my spells most of the time. What are potentially fun spells to use in Invasion? Because there's a lot of them for sure. I've never really messed around with the gravity spells too much, but they all seem kind of bad for PvP, so... not too worried about trying them. Like, I see people use collapsing stars a lot, but it doesn't... I don't think it looks like a good spell, so I'm not too interested in it. Oh, look at that guy spamming Thunderbolt in the background. That's annoying. And this is an invasion, it's not a duel. The other invader could have killed another... summon already. Actually, no, this guy does duel and whatnot. Yeah, okay, let's go. Oh, that's really slow. Wow. I hope they fix the tracking on that. Has so much stagger to it. Oh, Bloodhound stuff too. Okay. Need to be careful with this. Oh, he's doing combo casting with the Thunderbolt Strike. Which I think that one was fine. Because, like, it played the proper animation. I just have to be more aware of that being a thing that can happen. Because, like, whenever it plays the, like, chain animation for the spell, it's perfectly fine. I think it's a really good mechanic that's a thing, because it makes offensive spell play a lot more interesting and good. But, like, if it's, if you do, like, like a running attack, rolling attack, or 2 attacks into change into another spell, it can completely skip the animation. And also, this is a funny one I found. A super glitched out Glint Blade. It just leaves the spell effect there until you reload an area. But, like, by far the worst, like, glitched combo spell is, I don't even know the name of the spell, but if you do, like, either Catch Flame or, Beast Sting, I think, whatever the rock throw, like, pebble throw one is. If you do the rolling, running, or 2 casts of that into, like, whatever the named Magma Worm spell is, it completely skips the animation and does an instant, like, 1k damage. Which is not good. Like, you can do a normal chain into that one, where it shows, like, the sped up animation of it, which is fine. It's just whenever you fully skip animations that it gets kinda interesting. Oh, this guy again. Let's go. Let's do a bit better than last time. Oh, that projectile is a lot faster than you would expect. I missed like a free ton of damage there. I need to watch out for rolling attacks. I need to combo that spell too. Oh shit. Does that stagger into a second attack, or did I just not roll? I need to fight incantations users a lot more, because I feel like they're relatively rare. I could also just make an incantation build, because I find like the best way to learn how to fight something is to use it yourself. Because then you very quickly find out the weaknesses of it. But yeah, like, I'm not sure. I just haven't fought enough incantation builds yet to have a good grasp of how to fight them on a sorcery build. Because Bestial Sting, I think, is what... I've never turned in a Death Root. I don't have it on this character. But I think that's going to make casting sorceries with low poise very difficult. Actually, it might just make it difficult for high poise too, all things considered. Because I think it does a ton of poise damage. And I need to use my other spells more often. I think that's my main downfall right now. Okay, Ashley dodged that. Okay, now we go on the offensive to actually make use of... We have another blade still. Or did that one fire already? I have to watch out for the Hunter though. Is the Hunter like behind me or something? Oh shit. This is an uncharged one, so it's gonna go relatively quickly. Almost got a roll catch there. Oh, good fight. So yeah, turns out actually using spells works better than not using spells on a sorcery build. Crazy. Who would have thought that? I probably should have used Phalanx during that fight as well, because it gives me a lot of like passive pressure. Especially if I do the annoying Phalanx shuffle. It used to be a Soul Mass shuffle, but yeah. Where you're like unlocking constantly, like have your back turned to them. Because then you can control when the projectiles fire and all that. I do feel like invasions have slowed down here a bit. I guess I'll only be streaming for like another 13 or so minutes, so it doesn't matter too much. But we could try a different area. Because if we keep getting that same guy again, I'll move to Liurnia. Liurnia? I think Liurnia, right? That's another thing, like there's so many different pronunciations of like every place in this game that at this point, like, I know NPCs will say the names of places and all that, but you hear so many different variations, like, you can never be 100% sure what the proper one is. Yay, I did it, yay. So I do really want to try out an incantation build. I just don't know what version of one I want to make. Whether it be like the like an arcane incantation cast where you get min requirements for like the good incantations and then go all arcane, then use like Bloody Healus or something like that. Or just a more typical, like, faith incantation build. From what I've seen, it doesn't seem like any of the high faith requirement spells are very good. Which is why, like, the arcane version works so well. And also the Bloody Helix does look like a really fun weapon to use, to be fair. It looks like incantations can play very similarly. I'm just gonna go for it. Oop. Ah, Bloodhound Step, of course. Okay, we play passively here, I'm pretty sure. Ah, that's unfortunate whiff. That Bloodhound Step's gonna be obnoxious, especially with the caster. The guys to my right. I'm not gonna be able to run this guy down at all. Okay, we're gonna have to, like, combo him. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to kill a Bloodhound Stepper very easily at all. And they can just, like, wait out my buffs, too. I'm gonna roll check the host. That was an unfortunate little lag spike there. But, like, if he had gone staggered from that slicer when it landed, then I would have had frame advantage. Unfortunate. Also, it's annoying whenever the host, like, they'll just run away. Then probably try and resummon and whatnot, too. Like, he was initially trying to gank, but whenever he almost immediately got one shot, he just backed up to let the Phantom fight and all that. Which is fair. Like, they're hosting, having a good time. No reason to run in and just die. It's like, that's the other thing, like, I fully understand why people, like, do a host, because it's really fun to just get in a call with a friend and just have, like, a never-ending 2v2. Like, I do the same thing. And also, like, people do, like, at meta level, you need people to do that to get invasions, otherwise it would just be purely dueling. And it's also always fun to, like, actually win in an outnumbered situation. This is a lot more challenging, and then also more rewarding when it actually pays off and whatnot. Ooh, this is some latency. Oh, I should have range here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on Swift Shard. That kind of shuts down his casting. And I can just chip away his health like this. I was hoping he was gonna do another roll forward. Ah, that's very unfortunate that... Oop. Ah. Let's get some FP back. That's a very dumb attack to do. He's too far away to put pressure on with these, but I'm just gonna go for it anyway. One more to come. Oh, almost got that combo. I need to mess around with comboing it more often. Nope, guess that works. Because you can do some really dirty combos by doing a full charge Glint Blade. Oh, that's one I wanted to mess around with more, doing a full charge Glint Blade into a Loretta's Mastery. Because you can very easily roll catch with a Loretta's Mastery, to where if you force a roll with the Glint Blade, you can get a ton of damage in. The caveat to that plan being that you can just sprint like horizontally or perpendicularly to the Glint Blade and it's never gonna hit. Like, you can just sprint and, yeah. But again, it's one of those types of things that will work more in an invasion than a duel. One, because in an invasion, people are going to generally be less familiar how to counter stuff. Just because, like, they could technically be random invasions and all that too. and there's more stuff going on and all that. Whereas in a duel, it's a single target, you see the glint blade. Good luck full charging Loretta's mastery in a duel, is what it comes down to. But if I do a phalanx into a full charge glint blade, and they're at a distance to where the phalanx doesn't go off, then I could fairly safely go into a Loretta's mastery, because I would have the phalanx being like pressure and all that. Don't mind me. I did see this guy combo cast, so need to be careful about that. Interesting. Nope, I'm dead. Hey, not dead. Free heal. I mean, not quite free heal, but that doesn't combo. Oh god, now I'm dead. I'm just not used to that, fighting that at all yet. Because it's not a particularly good attack, because it's slower than a normal shard. You just have to get in the habit of that sword motion being associated with a ranged attack. Which is, I mean, that's just how like a lot of stuff in this type of game comes down to. It's gonna be rough fighting until you win against it enough to actually like react to it, like react to the early part of the animation. Because always reacting to projectiles and not being able to differentiate them based on the animation can be challenging. Actually no, pretty much all the projectiles in this game have the same like velocity, so it's not a huge issue. I just played badly. That's another thing I'm curious about. Is the jumping slicer attack unparryable? Because I know the regular attacks are parryable, like the neutral, rolling, and running. But I'm not sure if the unparryable properties applied to the jumping version. I mean, if it makes sense if it was, I guess, kind of. Like, jumping is the only thing that makes, like, this attack unparryable, even though, like, it's still a normal swing is what it comes down to. So I imagine the jumping slicer should be unparryable. Haven't tested it, but then again, people go for parries on slicers so infrequently anyway that doesn't really matter. So it's like, if it is cool but not particularly useful information. Yeah, I think I'll do, I guess it depends on how quickly they go. Like a handful more invasions and then call it. Actually, I'm just gonna go for 7 more minutes to hit the 2-hour mark, because why not? Hey, it's this group again. I'm gonna do invader things, as you do. Okay, I can lock on here. Oh, he's using baby version. With a little bit more. I'll take it. Hey, there we go. Easy game. No, I imagine I helped that guy a lot by getting the caster off him. I'm surprised at how infrequently I see Loretta's mastery. Like, I see great, but much more, I feel like. But I guess in a... No, I'm pretty sure mastery is just better. Like, sure, it costs more FP, but the multiple projectiles, higher max damage, longer range, it's worth it in my opinion. What is going on over there? Ooh. You know what? Let's see if we can get our buff up and get his bubble down. Gotta watch out. Oh, that's probably gonna be a one-shot madness, I feel like. Gotta be careful. Let's get a phalanx up. Because if it is one-shot madness, if we get hit by it, we die. Really? They're not going to engage at all? Okay. Unfortunate. The hill really messed it up there. Are they just, like, not going to engage? Like, I have no issue waiting for a second invader. Like, I'm not the host here, I'm the invader. It's my job to make their... It's my job to kill them. Like, why would I run into a 2v2 like that? I'm just gonna do this to annoy him. Okay, that's good to know that they don't have one-shot madness. That makes them a lot less threatening. I'm gonna rebuff this. Oh, 2v2 time. I'm gonna do this, and I'm just gonna make sure I'm full health. Where's the other? Okay, it's go time. Easy kill. Oh, jump pad. Wait, how does he have a permanent bubble up? Also, thanks, Invader. Oh, that might just be a visual bug, I suppose. Why did the Invader commit to the corpse piler if they didn't get a confirmed hit on the host? Okay. Whatever, I guess. Oh, I might just be able to invade him again, which would be good. Ah, rip. Or maybe the host did get caught by a corpse piler. The thing is, even if they iframe the actual, like, slash, it still builds up bleed. And if it procs, it will stun them out of iframes, which will confirm, like, if they get stunned out iframes on the first part of the corpse piler, I'm pretty sure they just die. Because it does 3 attacks, which would get another bleed stun into the final hit. But they just, like, full committed to it. Took me out, too. Also, people must really not be used to roll backstabs when spamming the Vike's spear special attack. It's a free backstab, and with this dagger, it's like a one-shot guaranteed. Because I'm pretty sure that was a roll backstab, weapon swap, and I still got it. Like, the window for punishing that is huge. Is it the same group again? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Now he's going to be really cautious about using Vikes against me. Okay, hosted, just buff up there. Okay, they use the magic res items, so I have to be careful about that. Oh, that's a lot of bleed buildup, holy shit. Holy shit. That was like a 2 attack bleed buildup because like 1 attack multi-hits. It's a lot more bleed buildup than I would expect. Or did I take 4 hits from the initial attack? I'm not too sure. Then what I did wrong there was run into a 2v1 instead of waiting for another invader to make it a 2v2. There's like no reason to just constantly funnel into 2v1s like that. Now if it's a 3v1, you don't have a choice. You can still be really annoying because they have to kill you to get another invader. So if you play really passively, like, you control their game effectively. Okay, let's dodge check them. Oh, he rolled it. That's not allowed. I have to be careful here because he's getting bonus damage from my shenanigans too. Just do this. Nice, so it's stamina. Man, I don't know if they're like 2v1ing or ganking or whatever. I just know I'm the invader here. I'm gonna have a good time. Oh no, they're out of lock-on range. Did they both die? Oh, they did. You know what, that's a good enough one to end it on, I think. I should have just went for it. Like, I was a little worried about killing the invader too, because they were both at like half health or so. But, it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, can't commit to a schedule, so I have no idea when I'll be live again. But you can subscribe and turn on notifications to find out when I do. Anyway, I'll see you.